Hello everyone, today we're exploring the Barren Swamp. For that, enter the tram from the Grand Exhibition Gallery and ride it to be transported to the entrance of the Barren Swamp. After stepping off the tram, descend the stairs and enter the building on the right. Here you find a resplendent ergo fragment. Proceed to the next room to find Venigni's Krat landmark Guide 4 on a table. Then exit through the other side to find the Barren Swamp entrance stargazer.
This place is... Okay, there's no easy way to say this. It's a puppet graveyard.
From the stargazer, collect Eugenie's arm protection on the right before advancing further.
Eventually had much bigger concerns. If the grand exhibitions are...
You'll encounter a furnace puppet. Be careful of its heavy attacks and aim to stagger it quickly for an advantage. Continue deeper into the puppet graveyard, but be on guard for explosive guard dogs equipped with thermite heads, as they can detonate themselves upon approach. After defeating it, pick up a radiant ergo fragment nearby. Eliminate a second dog along the path. Then carefully circle around the wagon to find a rifleman and another guard dog nearby. Once the area is clear, open the chest near the wagon to obtain the Belford Superior Insulation Converter before proceeding through the path ahead. As you enter the swamp area, watch out for traps on the ground while moving forward to avoid gunfire from the rifleman on the cliffs to the right. Follow the cliffside path, picking up the dim ergo chunk along the way. Descend to the lower level near the drainage to deal with the guard dog. Then pick up the attribute Resistance Ampule before engaging the second guard dog located on the opposite side of the swamp. Once it's defeated, collect the dim ergo chunk nearby. Keep in mind that the swamp terrain causes corruption buildup, so move quickly to avoid prolonged exposure. Continue along the path to a curving where you will find a special purification ampule near some crates. Be cautious as a rolling ball of puppet debris pushed by a mad clown puppet will pass through the area. After the debris passes, engage the mad clown puppet. Once defeated, it drops a Legion caliber.
That guy was really annoying. That guy was super annoying. Whew, okay.
Follow the path until it splits into two. Take the right path first. If you didn't previously deal with the riflemen using throwables, you'll find them stationed here. Take them out and collect the Legion magazine. Once done, retrace your steps and head to the broken bridge. Beyond this bridge, you'll spot a tower. Make your way toward it and defeat the puppet swordman guarding the wooden bridge. Cross carefully as the middle section of the bridge might collapse under your weight. After entering the tower, begin ascending the staircase while dealing with the puppet swordsman and rifleman along the way. Once you reach the top, collect the special resistance ampule before stepping outside. Exiting the tower leads to a mine cart. Activate the lever to send the cart down the tracks, unlocking a shortcut back to the Barren Swamp entrance Stargazer. If needed, you can rest at the Stargazer before continuing. Back at the lever, check the small shack to find a chain. Then, climb the ladder leading to the tower's uppermost section, where a puppet swordsman wielding a flaming sword awaits. After defeating it, open the chest to obtain the Recharge Amulet, an amulet that restores HP over time. Now head back inside the tower to explore the lower section. As you descend, keep an eye out for a wooden ledge that holds a half-moon stone. Collect it carefully before proceeding further down. In the lowest section of the tower, you'll encounter a furnace puppet. Defeating it may drop some consumables. Afterward, loot the area to collect a Radiant Ergo Fragment and a Throwing Cell. With nothing else of particular importance here, make your way back up the tower and return to the Barren Swamp entrance Stargazer. From the Stargazer, head back through the shortcut located at the mine cart tracks. Look to your right to find a new path. Follow this path and you'll encounter Alidoro, who's voicing his frustrations about the alchemists and the people at the hotel.
I don't care about those hotel people anyway. But there are limits.
Speak with him to learn about the swamp monster living on a cliff at the end of the swamp.
A terrible monster lives on the cliff at the end of the swamp. It behaves like a crow, gathering shiny things.
Be sure to speak with him again to progress Eugenie's questline.
These gloves are a mess. They don't even fit. Is this a practical joke? I thought you had better taste than this. How disappointing. Get these rags out of my sight.
Once your conversation concludes, cross the wooden bridge nearby and pick up the electric blitz canister on the other side. Continue along the path, dealing with 3 headless puppets and 2 puppet dogs along the way. Watch out for the first puppet dog, which will leap down from the cliffs to ambush you. Lure it out to avoid being overwhelmed. Then eliminate the remaining enemies. Once the path is clear, collect the Crescent Moonstone nearby and proceed further. You soon reach an open area filled with puppet remains and scattered carriages. Before entering the dump site, look near the tree to pick up a Vivid Ergo Fragment. This area is guarded by a mortar cannon stationed on a nearby tower, which will relentlessly bombard the zone with explosive shells. The cannon can destroy large metal containers scattered throughout the area, some of which contain items, others enemies. While the items inside aren't critical, for the sake of thorough exploration, we will allow the cannon to destroy all the containers before proceeding. However, attempting to fight enemies while under fire is risky, so it's best to minimize combat in this section for now. Make your way uphill toward the tower. Ignore the enemies for now and prioritize reaching the ladder inside the tower. Climb up to the top and focus on disabling the mortar cannon. A few strong swings should do the trick. Once the cannon is out of commission, locate the chest nearby to claim the live puppet's eggs.
Ooh, wow, wow. Ooh, wow, wow. Ah, wow, wow. Oh, damn, damn, damn.
With the cannon neutralized, descend the ladder and deal with the enemies within the tower. Then, feed the police puppet patrolling the area.
Now that the main threats are dealt with, it's time to gather some additional items from the area. Start by collecting a fabled catalyst from the ledge overlooking a pile of scrapped puppets submerged in the water. On top of the pile, you'll also find a half moonstone. From the pile, descend toward the nearby carriage, where the first cannon-destroyed crate was located. Here, you can pick a crescent moonstone. Continue forward into the water and look for a radiant ergo fragment near a dead end to the left. Head back to the wagon and look ahead to find a narrow passage. Tucked within, you'll discover an attribute purification ampule. Finally, return uphill toward the tower to locate a sharp pipe to the left. Nearby, spot a factory puppet on a ledge overlooking the swamp. Here, you'll find a dim ergo fragment. From here, drop down into the swamp and follow the path to a cave where you encounter another police puppet. Defeat it and collect the Gemini's emergency protection before proceeding further. Ahead, you'll find a new stargazer and an NPC. Before activating the stargazer, make sure to grab the Dark Moonstone of the Covenant nearby. Next to the stargazer, speak with the broken puppet. You can teach it gestures to earn rewards.
So they do exist. Are the puppets like me not bound by the Grand Covenant?
Teach it about sadness to receive an attribute resistance ampule and how to clap to obtain a radiant ergo fragment.
Thanks. I see now how scary losing someone can be. I may not be able to cry, but I hope I can comfort others now. Thank you.
At this point, we don't have access to remaining gestures to teach it, so it's time to move forward. Before continuing, I'll return to Hotel Krat to update some weapons and speak with Eugenie about Alidoro. I lied to Eugenie, telling her that Alidoro liked the gloves, which will grant additional humanity. She'll also provide more details about Alidoro's background.
Gloves seemed a logical gift because I know he lost a finger. I was there, after all.
Once that's done, it's time to return to the Barren Swamp Stargazer. You'll find yourself in another dump site. However, this time, in addition to the cannon, you'll need to deal with 2 puppets of the future patrolling the area and various dimensional butterflies spawning nearby. For now, I'll skip clearing this area and return later when the tower with the cannon is accessible. Instead, run straight out of the cave and forward. Just before you reach a small uphill path, look to your left to find another hill leading to a small shack. Head toward the shack, enter and pick up the Experiment Report of Order Test Subject 890 document. Then climb down the ladder to face the Owl Doctor.
Ah, this must be quite an urgent patient to seek out my humble abode. You are still breathing. I must treat you quickly. Krat cannot have any more live patients. Trust me, it's better this way. It's far nobler to die as a human.
The Owl Doctor wields a bone-cutting saw and a dagger, relying on swift melee attacks to keep the pressure on. He can leap at you with his saw, so it's critical to manage the limited space in the fight. His melee combos are fast and relentless, but he often pauses briefly after finishing a combo, giving you a chance to close the distance. During these pauses, you can move behind him to land a backstab or deliver a charge attack. Stay parallel to him to keep his attacks in sight. Use the pillar to maintain space and take every opportunity to stagger him and deliver heavy damage.
It's fine. The cool thing about this... Oh my god! Are you done? Are you done jumping away? Come on. Yeah, sorry, it's my computer. My computer does not like this game. He does not wanna... Does not wanna...
My Adelina.
Adelina! I'm so sorry, but she's dead. I am not number 890. Name Precious Forgotten.
Return upstairs and exit to the right onto the balcony of the shack to find a crescent moonstone. Drop down to the ground and proceed along the left edge of the area once more. This time, head up the small uphill path we skipped earlier to reach the Barren Swamp ravine, a somewhat puzzle-like area. At the start, you'll encounter 2 carcass enemies. Eliminate them before continuing. Follow the walkway to the area below and move all the way to the other side to pick up another crescent moonstone. From there, drop down onto a hanging platform to collect a fire canister. After grabbing the item, leap toward the ladder on the right. Before climbing down the ladder, take care of the carcasses on the left. And once they're defeated, head down the ramp to sneak up behind another carcass standing near a star fragment. Afterward, return to the ladder and descend to the lowest platform. As you cross the bridge, defeat the carcass ahead and enter the shack on the left to encounter another carcass. Inside, you'll find a radiant ergo fragment. Exit the other side of the shack and take out the carcass outside. Then, climb the ladder on the side of the shack. Another carcass waits at the top, guarding the shack with the stargazer. After activating the stargazer, unlock the door nearby to open a shortcut to the stargazer. Return outside from the shack and look down to your left to spot a floating platform with an item. Drop down to collect a special resistance ampule. Then, look down from the roof to find another platform with an item. Drop down to obtain a Eugenie's emergency protection.
Ah! I forgot to roll! I forgot to roll!
Then, head to the left walkway to confront the elite carcass. If you haven't already dealt with the ambushing carcasses hanging off the ledges of the walkway, they will climb up to attack you as you approach the elite carcass. Once the walkway is safe, open the chest on the far side to claim a Legion caliber. Backtrack and enter the tunnel to the left of the cliffside to proceed. After entering the cave, pause and wait for the burning boulder to pass before moving. Head left to pick up an attribute resistance ampule. Then proceed in the opposite direction. a carcass will drop from above. It's wise to defeat it first to avoid complications later. Moving forward will trigger a dimension butterfly, which drops an advanced crank upon defeat. Use the outcroppings along the path as cover to avoid being hit by the rolling boulders. As you progress, another carcass will ambush you. Far ahead on a ledge, you'll notice a vivid ergo fragment. Take your time here to observe the boulder's patterns. This spot is also useful for luring the two carcasses further ahead into the path of the boulders, letting them do the work for you. Once the area is clear, proceed to the opposite side. Continuing along the cliff, another dimension butterfly will spawn. Defeating it rewards you with a half moonstone. The next segment requires careful timing. Study the boulder's movement patterns, then dash to the left side of the path to collect a dim ergo chunk from the ledge of the cliff. Wait for a break in the boulders to grab the electric blitz abrasive. The risk of being hit here is high, so be cautious. If successful, drop down the nearest cliff and look below to spot another item on the lower path. Watch the boulder's timing carefully before dropping down. Pick up the fire abrasive from the ground, and as you continue up the tunnel toward the source of the boulders, another dimensional butterfly will spawn. Defeating it will yield another half moonstone. Finally, head up to the cave's exit and clear the 3 carcasses ahead. Then release the ladder ahead to create a shortcut back to the Stargazer to not lose your progress. Return back to where you defeated the 3 carcasses and pick up the attribute Resistance Ampule. To the left, you'll notice a secluded cavern containing a mutated carcass bear. Defeat it, and then open the chest inside the cavern to obtain the Arch Disruption Cartridge. Exit the cave. After resting, climb back up the ladder and continue along the cliff to the wooden shack on the right. Approach cautiously, as an enemy will ambush you at the entrance. Inside the shack, defeat the elite carcass. Then open the chest to acquire the city Longspear. Upon exiting the shack, circle around to the left to find the vivid ergo fragment. Return to the cliff and follow the uphill path past the shack. A large child puppet will ambush you here. This enemy has a high HP pool and deals heavy damage, so be wary of its grab and leap attacks, which can be devastating.
No! Screw you! heart. This thing is awful. Ah. Dude, I just need one more. Are you fucking kidding? You know what? No. 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 No, 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 no.
Upon defeating the child puppet, you receive the Leaping Amulet, which increases your overall stamina. Additionally, collect the carcass body fluid bottle before continuing onward toward the tower. This is the same tower with the cannon that was previously inaccessible. Enter the tower to collect a dim ergo fragment, but watch out for the puppet lurking on the right. Avoid taking the stairs for now, and instead climb the ladder outside to the right of the tower. At the top, destroy the cannon. Then, descend using the ladder, which will take you to the opposite side of the tower. Before moving forward, head downstairs to encounter more puppets. Open the gate here to create a shortcut back to the Barren Swamp. Then, collect a dim ergo chunk and a dim ergo fragment before exiting the tower. With the cannon destroyed, it's time to clear the Barren Swamp area we skipped earlier. Since the cannon is no longer active, we'll need to destroy the crates by using the puppets of the future. In the water near the first crate, grab the sawtoothed wheel. For now, ignore any dimensional butterfly that may appear. This crate doesn't contain any items, so move on to the pile of scrapped puppets to collect a resplendent ergo fragment, and then proceed to the next crate. This one contains a Legion magazine. Continue to the third crate, which is located near a bonfire and a carriage. This one holds an attribute resistance ampule and a factory puppet enemy. As for the last crate, it only contains a legless factory puppet enemy, so it can be ignored. With the crates handled, it's time to focus on defeating the puppets of the future. With the puppets of the future defeated and the quartz collected, the final task is to focus on gathering the dimensional butterflies and collecting the remaining items scattered throughout the swamp. From the entrance, head left past the first crate and follow the water's edge toward the back of the area. Here you encounter the first dimensional butterfly. Defeat it to obtain a stabilized alchemical booster. Continue forward and climb the pile of scrapped puppets to collect a fabled catalyst. From the pile, proceed along the edge of the area and wade through the water to reach another pile of scrapped puppets. Here you can collect a dim ergo chunk. Afterward, turn around and make your way toward the burning barrel in the center of the area. Here, you'll trigger another dimensional butterfly, which drops an alchemical booster upon defeat. Proceed straight ahead to find a cluster grenade and veer to the left to pick up a half moonstone. Moving forward from here, we'll summon another dimensional butterfly, which drops a dark moonstone of the Covenant. Next, head toward the tower and locate an island of scrapped puppets with a vivid ergo fragment on top. Reaching this area will summon another dimensional butterfly, which rewards you with a balance crank when defeated. Explore the hill to the right of the area, where 2 factory puppets guard a sharp pipe. Finally, head behind the tower. After clearing the puppets in this area, open the chest to find the fancy Venigni collection. With our tasks here complete, we can head back to the top of the tower and descend the ladder once more to reach the other side. Follow the path to continue onward. This will trigger a cutscene involving an earthquake before arriving at the Barren Swamp Bridge Stargazer.
Whoa! An earthquake! That came from the direction of Krat Central Station. Oh, this could be bad, pal. Really, really bad.
Whew. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Here we are.
From the Stargazer, head right to find a new NPC standing near a closed gate.
Hey, are you a treasure hunter too?
Upon speaking to the NPC, we learn that his name is Hugo, and he shares that he's been following Alidoro's trail on his expeditions.
You wouldn't happen to know a treasure hunter named Alidoro, would you? I'm a big fan.
When choosing the dialogue option about Alidoro, he reveals that despite the rumors circulating, Alidoro is considered an honorable figure. This unlocks an additional conversation about recent rumors, where Hugo provides more context about the whispers surrounding Alidoro and gives you the wanted Alidoro poster. Be sure to also ask him about the discovered treasure to obtain the old Cryptic Vessel before leaving him.
You know what they say. No.
You can now head back to Hotel Krat to make any final preparations for the upcoming boss battle. Once you're ready, return to the Barren Swamp Bridge Stargazer and move past it to collect the Sentry's notebook along the way. Then proceed to face the boss. Before we face the boss, I'll provide a quick breakdown of its attack patterns and then showcase 2 versions I did of this encounter. Perhaps one of the weapon setups will resonate with your playstyle. The green monster relies on swiping, sweeping, smashing and threshing hand attacks that target the area directly in front of it. These melee strikes are quick, so watch its arm movements and prepare to dodge or block accordingly. Be cautious of decay buildup, as its quick swipes and antenna whip attacks can inflict this harmful status effect. While parrying the antenna whip is possible, a safer strategy is to stick to its face when it starts moving backward while whipping. Simply follow it and stay in front. At a distance, the monster may charge and trample, either master deflecting its headbutt or stay mobile to avoid being caught. When it submerges into the swamp, track its movement on the ground and move out of its path just before it resurfaces. Alternatively, you can try to deflect it. Phase 2 begins when the green monster merges with the remains of the scrapped watchman, transforming into the puppet-devouring green monster. In this phase, it becomes weak to both electric blitz and fire, as it now counts as both a puppet and a carcass. Its attack patterns remain similar but are more aggressive, with extended range and moves resembling those from the scrapped watchman fight. Decay-inducing swipes and smash attacks remain a significant threat. While Electric Blitz is highly effective during this phase, Fire remains a viable option if you run out of Electric Blitz resources. During its jump attack, make sure you can see its legs to time a deflect properly. If you're unsure, dodge instead. When it starts crawling on all fours, retreat immediately and consider using throwables for safer damage. I chose not to attempt deflecting this move as it felt unnecessarily difficult to master. Maintain aggression, targeting the monster during its recovery periods to land strikes and stagger it for powerful follow-ups. For the first version, I'm using the Salamander Dagger +9 paired with the Acidic Crystal Spear handle. This setup offers minimal defense, so it requires confidence and precision to pull off effectively. For the second version, I've chosen the Trident of the Covenant. I enjoy its charge attack, and since I haven't experimented much with boss weapons, this is a great opportunity to showcase one.
I don't know what I did. really weird because I could have sworn I picked like... I chose on my skill tree, you know, more stagger time, but... for some reason it doesn't do anything. I'm gonna use it, I don't care. Let's go.
After defeating the puppet devouring green monster, you'll hear Alidoro's sarcastic congratulations. Speak with him briefly, then return to Hotel Krat.
Hero weapon is finally in my hands.
Make sure to talk to Polendina, who will inform you of Lady Antonia's successful treatment. As a token of his gratitude, he'll reward you with the Crescent Moonstone. Now speak with Lady Antonia immediately. This is crucial, as failing to do so in time could lock you out of her questline. Now that her eyesight has improved, she'll ask to take a closer look at you.
It's a shame my illness kept me from seeing such a handsome gentleman.
This will trigger a heartwarming piano cutscene, after which you receive the great gesture and the radiant ergo fragment. Next, find Alidoro at the hotel and shoot the About the Wanted poster dialogue.
Oh dear, your practical jokes go too
He'll offer a lengthy explanation, which we return to later.
Let me explain.
Head over to Belle, who will tell you about her missing partner, Atkinson. Agree to help her, and we'll look for him later at Krat Central Station.
My partner's name is Atkinson. I think he was trying to secure an escape route. Look for him around Krat Central Station.
Deliver the fancy Venigni collection to Pulcinella to expand his shop's inventory, unlocking new amulets and items. You'll also receive a dim ergo chunk for completing this task. Then, take the golden ergo to Venigni.
It can! Now, allow me to return the surprise. This little wonder creates a lead-acid battery in a flash.
Afterward, have him decipher the old Cryptic Vessel, obtaining the old Cryptic Vessel description. Before progressing further, let's locate the treasure hinted at in the old Cryptic Vessel. Return to the tomb slums near where you fought the axe-wielding elite carcass for the greedy couple's treasure. Head uphill toward a shack where a man will hand you the robber's shack key.
I don't know what's inside, and I don't really care. Take it with you and hurry.
Use this key to unlock the nearby door. Inside, you'll find a chest, but stepping toward it will cause the floor to collapse, revealing a trap. Open the chest to collect a life amulet +1 and a Legion caliber. For this walkthrough, I'll purposely fall through the trap. Below, 2 carcasses lie in ambush. Defeat them, then follow the path out of the basement to find a star fragment. At the top, release the ladder, which creates a shortcut back to the shack. If you haven't already opened the chest, you can return now. If you wish, you can return to Hotel Krat once more to speak with Lady Antonia again. During this conversation, she will reveal a hidden passage beneath the hotel that leads to the Isle of the Alchemists. With these tasks completed, return to the Barren Swamp Bridge and speak with Hugo again to learn some suspicious details about Alidoro.
That's odd. Alidoro and Medoro are friends. The Alidoro I admire would never talk about a friend like that. But who knows, maybe that wanted poster is real.
Afterward, head to the Barren Swamp and proceed through the underground passage beyond the Stargazer. Stay tuned for next episode as we return to Krat Central Station.